أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على سيدنا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Picking up with the legendary ideology of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, after completing several series on the military career of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, the era of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu, known as the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام's legendary military legacy. From there we've also covered other khulafa, including Sayyidina Umar bin al-Khattab. This is the era, and the video series known as the legendary government of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Also covering numerous videos on the era of Sayyidina Uthman bin Affan radiyallahu anhu, known as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam's legendary military government. And now we're on to his ideology with the era of Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib. And these are just a few sayings, and this is right from page number 436. Your humble orator Muhammad Israel is here. And definitely we want to thank everyone who has been listening in, wherever you may be, and making supplication that Allah Jalla Jalaluhu take care of you and however He sees fit. Picking up now, again, from the lower end of the page, the number one saying was prayer at night brings radiance to the face during the day. This is from his sayings. And it is quoted from Jalla Jalaluhu saying, "And those who spend the night in worship of their Lord prostrate and standing." This is Quran, Surah number 25, ayah number 64. He also said, Radiallahu anhu, in open quote, "The light of the believer results from the optional prayer during the night," end quote. Number two, the soundness of religious commitment comes from the restraint, and corruption, therefore, results from greed, end quote. Number three, glad tidings to the one who acts upon what he knows, end quote. Number four, opportunity passes as quickly as a cloud. Number five, heartedness, meaning to have a hard heart, meaning that the heart does not feel and sense what it's supposed to. That in which is righteous and that in which is evil comes from having a full stomach. And that's why to eat has etiquettes to it in Islam. 1/3 for eating, 1/3 for drinking, and 1/3 for breathing. But to eat to the full, this is what brings. And that's why we have a lot of, unfortunately, of the society. Here, there are those who have abnormalities and create obesity or some side effect of some medication. There's always that opportunity. But the foods that we're consuming generally, this is in reference to those nature of people to where they have to have a full stomach, and this is bringing hard-heartedness, because obviously those individuals, had they thought about the destitute just around the way, just within our own society, those who do not have proper nourishment, yet they would be mindful about eating to their full stomach. But then when they look at those who are even worse, for example, across the world, in South America or even in Africa, Asia, you will ask, like, how can you even sleep at night? And the answer is they don't really sleep at all. They snore all throughout. Excuse me. Number 6, let's get on with it. Prominence stems from virtue and good manners, not from origin or lineage. Number 7, a good attitude is more splendid than good looks. Number 8, a good attitude brings ample provision. Number 9, kindness is one of the best of treasures. A group of people gathered in the presence of Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu and discussed kindness. Amirul Mu'mineen radiyallahu anhu took this opportunity to encourage them and urge them to be kind. And he said, open quote, kindness is one of the best of treasures and one of the best of crops. You should not be discouraged from doing acts of kindness by the ingratitude of those who reject it and deny it. Kindness cannot be complete except with three things: thinking little of it, concealing it, and hasting it. If you think little of it, you will make it great. If you conceal it, you will perfect it, and if you hasten it, you will give people the chance to enjoy and appreciate it. Now, this does not mean that you're not concealing it. This does not mean that you have to bend over backwards, so to say. What this is saying is do it quickly before death overcomes, because death can come at any moment. Remember the asceticism side of it, which is, again, very important. Number 10, there is no nobility with bad manners. Number 11, there is no rest for the envious. So this is important to remember. That's why, as far as the military ideology, we are constantly to be on guard, because the envious don't sleep, the Iblisis do not sleep. La'natullahi alayhim. Number 12, the envier is angry with someone who has done nothing wrong whatsoever. Number 13, woe to the wrongdoers from the most just end of judges. Number 14, whoever unsheathes the sword of transgression will be killed by it. Number 15, the wrongdoer who started the trouble will look at his hand tomorrow and learn a lesson from it. This warning is based on the ayah of the Holy Quran. And remember the day when the wrongdoers, oppressors, mushrikeen, Iblis, polytheists will bite at his hand. Quran, Surah number 25, ayah number 27. They will bite at their hands in regret for what it is that they have neglected, which is the Quran, the way of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu al-Islam. Number 16, concealing hardship is a sign of chivalry. Number 17, be kind to the one who wrongs you, and you will be safe from his wrongdoing. Number 18, kindness puts an end to backbiting. Number 19, whoever has a sweet tongue will have a lot of friends. Number 20, whoever is lacking in sincerity will have few friends. Number 21, your tongue will speak what you accustom it to say. Number 22, whoever asks about that which does not concern him or her will miss out on that which does concern him or her. Number 23, company with righteous people. Keep company, with righteous people, and you will be safe from the evildoers. Number 24, having a good companion is a treasure. Number 25, accompanying a foolish man is a loss in this world and a regret in the hereafter. Number 26, if you think about what people dislike, it means you will have manners. Number 27, and it does not mean just focus on what people are considering right or wrong. It does mean, however, that you give consideration and thought and be mindful of your surroundings and what are actual norms in the society and what are considered abnormal in the society, and not to indulge in that in which is considered abnormal, at least openly in the United States with the flag with all the colors. But anyway, number 27, let's move on. Do not examine the one who said it, rather think of what he or she said. Number 28, the best of people is someone who benefits the people. And someone who benefits the people does not mean Diddy, P. Diddy, no. Not that type of benefit. It's not worldly benefit. But one who benefits the people is the one who gives them sincere advice about that and which is going to benefit them in this life as well as in the hereafter. If one is just simply giving benefit about this life and worldly things and doing just worldly things and hoping to gain worldly benefits and just looking at what people are going to like of it and that's why they're doing it, that's not what is referred to here. It's referred to, again, when we involved in any saying, any action, any doing, we are always doing it according to the way of righteousness, meaning that we have to do it solely for Allah Jalla Jalaluhu's sake, and that means that what Allah has with him is better than anything on this world. So that's obviously on the Day of Judgment. Therefore, when we are giving to people, we have to be mindful in our action and our deed. When we're giving to them, whatever it is, we're encouraging them that which will benefit them in this life from Jalla Jalaluhu's gratitude and his blessing, and what will benefit them in the hereafter. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Moving along now, we are on the saying of Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib, where he says, number 27, excuse me, or number 28, the best of people is someone who benefits people. So we explained that. Number 29, a person is hidden under his tongue. Number 30, meaning that, again, if we just clarify, listening to someone, because we learned from Sayyidina Uthman bin Affan, whatever, and Sahabas knew it. This is the reason why Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu was able to early suppress the rebellion. From the time that they left the meeting place, he knew they were in preparation. Sayyidina Uthman says that whatever a person is concealing, it will either show on their face or their tongue. So a person usually hides behind their tongue, hoping that they will not disclose anything, but in actuality, they wind up disclosing it the moment that they meet their match, interrogators from CSI. Anyway, the tongue is an indication of either ignorance or wisdom. Number 31, your brother is the one who supports you in times of hardship. Number 32, the value of every person is connected to what he or she is good at. Number 33, beware of the anger of the noble man if he gets angry, and beware of the anger of the ignoble man when he is full. Excuse me, let me do that one. Not when he is angry. Beware of the anger of the noble man if he gets hungry, and beware of the anger of the ignoble man when he is full. Number 34, the ego is inclined to follow whims and desire and to take the easy option. It is inclined to idle pursuits, prone to evil, and attracted to immorality. It prefers to avoid challenges and is reluctant to strive hard. If you force it, you will lead it in the right way, but if you neglect it, you will cause its doom. Number 35, feeling helpless is a sickness. Patience is bravery. Asceticism is wealth. And piety is protection. Piety, that is protection. Number 36, do not be a slave to anyone when Allah Jalla Jalaluhu has made you free. Allahu Akbar. Number 37, beware of relying on wishful thinking, because this is the way of the foolish people. Number 38, and wishful thinking is just sitting around hoping that something good is going to happen without making any effort whatsoever. Number 38, the people are sleeping, and when they die, they will be awake. Number 39, people are enemies of things they do not know, as Islam, 9/11. And they don't even want to talk about it. That's how bad it is. Moving on, astaghfirullah. Number 40, no man will be ruined who knows what he is. That's another problem, because most men, unfortunately, in generation today here in our United States society, is not understanding who they are, no identity. So unfortunately, this has to be addressed in a more formal setting, yeah, or the Muslimin who feel, they fall in the category, or they know somebody who falls in, again, the category is where you have, males in their 30s, not really understanding what is happening in the society. They're living, just like little boys, like little kids, behaving like women, but this is coming up in the later on series with Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib, radiallahu anhu. One word, number 41, one word could cause the loss of a blessing. Subhanallah, may Allah spare us from that. Number 42, good manners are like a garment. Renewed and pondering is like looking into a clean mirror. Number 43, poverty makes the smart man unable to establish his proof, as we have here in America. And the one who has little money is a stranger in his own land. Why? Because he's almost like getting day to day, mouth to fist, whatever it's called, paycheck to paycheck. Poverty makes, number 44, when one acquires worldly blessings, people attribute to him qualities that are not his. Reminds me of the president. So, when one is running for president, so many things come out, and then when they get the presidency, everybody's happy and, with them, and then you have a lot who are not with them. And then when they lose the presidency, when they are no longer president whatsoever, they eventually forgotten of altogether. But when all that departs from him, as he said, then people cannot see his good qualities, never mind the good qualities. For example, it's strange that we can go back maybe 15, 20, 25 presidents, those of us who are still alive today, and I could not tell you what the good quality of the last president, particularly, if the last one is actually the former last one, for example, or for the former, or the one prior to the one that is in office now, where are the qualities? So when one acquires worldly blessings, some people attribute to him qualities that are not his. But when all of that departs from him, the people cannot see his good qualities. Number 45, exhort people and be wise when doing so. For people's hearts and minds get tired just as their bodies. So you're involved with mentioning and seeking something from an individual, even giving them good cheering on and whatever, what have you, honorable mentions or what have you. Their minds and hearts get tired just as their bodies. Number 46, a cheerful countenance, meaning coming together with somebody. And this is one of the reasons why so a cheerful countenance is another gift. It's another gift for two to come together for Jalla Jalaluhu's reward. And that's part of what Jalla Jalaluhu, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, says, that all coming together for any other reason, then La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam on the day of judgment is going to be a doom, is going to be a loss for each other who actually were involved in that. But number 47, forgiving one who has power is a kind, forgiving when one has power is a kind of gratitude for having that power. So show gratitude when you have power with forgiving. Number 48, repeating the apology is a reminder of the mistake. Try to be sincere in apologizing once, and doing so with the intention of never allowing it to happen again, and also hoping that you're not just saying empty words. Number 49, the best exhortation is to look at the dead. If you want to be reminded and you want to be mindful and cautious about each situation that you're involved in, and how difficult or how and compare it to any other difficulty, look into the death. Then you'll understand that it's not that bad of a situation at all. Number 50, remembering death gives clarity to the mind. So he ended it off with there. And then at the bottom it says, these are the wise sayings of Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib that became, radiallahu anhu, that became widely known among people, in which sum up a great deal of his experience of life in brief phrases that carry deep meanings and reflect noble goals and aims. They had an impact on the life of the society in which he lived and on the following generations until this very day. These sayings, speeches, poetry, and exhortations are among the means that Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala anhu used in guiding, directing, and teaching the Muslim society. Inshallah, we will stop here on page number 440. Bulletin 3.5. We will pick it up from 3.5 and 3.51. Comments of Amirul Mu'mineen on the attributes of the best of people, the supererogatory worship of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, and his descriptions of the noble companions. Very important, very interesting. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa tabaraka asmu rabbik wa ta'ala jadduk wa la ilaha ghayruka wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.